Hello everybody, my name is Tenelin, and today I wanted to bring you a quick video covering what I believe to be the best methods to prepare your collectibles for the new master recipe books that will release this Tuesday, July 30th in patch 7.05. For those who aren't aware, these new books will be available to purchase for purple scripts, and because of this, we are able to pre-craft a bunch of collectibles to turn in on the day of release so that we can buy the books. You will want at least 1,200 purple scripts ready for each book you're planning on buying, meaning you need at least 9,600 purple scripts ready to go. Personally, I am preparing 1,600 scripts each just in case there is a price increase, which there is a very small possibility of happening. But I don't think there's any downside to being over-prepared when it comes to scripts. This strategy is mainly for those who want to unlock all of the books quickly so they can start crafting the new gear to get into the market very early, but this video will still provide you with plenty of information on how best to get both purple and orange crafter scripts at any time during Dawntrail. I did make a video of a full breakdown of all of the prep work that I'm doing for this patch release, which you can find on my channel, and that'll show you a bunch of different ways you can prep for your own crafting goals or how you can make some gil as a gatherer. Be sure to subscribe as I plan to put out more videos next week once the patch has actually released as well. Keep in mind here that every server does vary. Market board prices can fluctuate up and down, and people have different preferences on what they like to gather and craft. But for me, I crafted the level 97 Alchemist collectible just because I think the items are very easy to obtain and there are no pre-crafts needed. This allows me to avoid the market board and craft quickly. If you are the type of person that would rather just buy the materials, I have put together a Google Sheet that will be in the description that has a guild to script calculator, and you'll be able to use that to find which is the best price collectible to make. Let's check that out. This might look a little intimidating on first glance, but this is a simple sheet that has both the cost calculator as well as a macro for each of the level of collectibles underneath of it. I've broken down each of the materials needed and how many, and what the current cost is on my server. This then takes into account how many scripts you're going to get at max collectability and converts it to a gil to script ratio. In the case of this level 90 collectible, it costs you about 55 gil per script that you're going to earn if you were to buy everything off the market board. Please make sure to update this sheet with your server prices though, as servers do vary and prices also will change over time. You will have to be logged into a Google account, and then you can go to File, Make a Copy to make one that's linked to your account for your personal use. Now, each of the level collectibles do have a macro underneath them, and it does have the stat requirements as well as any food or potions that you need to use, and these will work for any of these level collectibles, no matter the job that you end up using. As a lot of people pointed out in my prep video, the level 90 collectible is not something that I had thought of, but it's actually a really fantastic way to get some easy purple scripts. As long as you're level 100, you can actually just use Trained Eye to get 100% of the collectability on the first step, and then you just need to hit Veneration and a couple of groundworks to complete the craft. And as you can see, the price is actually pretty good for it as well. The only downside is you will need more of these as there are only 114 scripts per, so it's just a matter of inventory space that you're worried about. They are much faster to craft though and have very minimal stat requirements. For the level 97 collectible, as I said, I'm using the Alchemist one, but some people did mention that they like the Culinarian one, so I did add that at the bottom here with all of the materials that you need there. Unfortunately, on my server, it is quite a bit more expensive to buy this one, and as well, the Pearl Grass and the Yachtel Spring Water are very easy to gather. The only thing you have to worry about is the Tumbleclaw Weed, which you can get for bicolor gemstones. For this one, you will just need 3,650 Craftsmanship, 3,600 Control, and 548 CP. If you can't get to the 548 CP, you can use the Cunning Craftsman's Drought for more CP. I believe it'll get you up to 21 more, so that will lower the stat requirements slightly, but you will need to use the Sai-Tu Vanu tea at high quality to craft this recipe. This is a 2-step macro, so make sure that you do copy into 2 different buttons. Now, these macros will work at any stat above this as well, so if you do have much higher stats, you might want to look into getting a better macro, but this is just a general use macro for this stat and above no matter what. The level 97 and the level 99 macro are the same one, the only difference is the stat requirement that you need. I tried to keep this very simple where you can just have one macro and craft different levels of collectibles, and it didn't really matter what your stats were as long as you had the minimum that is listed here. Now as you can see, the level 99 collectible is actually one of the cheapest ways to get the purple scripts, so I would maybe recommend checking this one out if you have these stats. I also did a breakdown for the level 100 culinarian collectible, and you can see that one here cost around 73 gil per script. I have the macro for the level 100 collectible below it as well, and it does require 4475 craftsmanship, 3800 control, and 515 CP, but it does have 2 high quality materials that it does need, which is the dark rye flour, but this is a level 81 craft, so you can quickly make these high quality using trained eye. After I recorded all of that, I actually went back to make another sheet for high stat macros. These are a lot higher stat requirements, but they are a 1-button macro for every single one of the collectibles. The 97 and the level 99 do not have any food requirements. They have relatively low CP requirements, but just in case you don't have enough CP, you can add the Cunning Craftsman's Drought still. Again, I think that gives you 21 or so. And then if you look at the level 100 collectibles, you still do need the 2 high quality materials for the pre-craft, which is the dark rye flour. And this one does have pretty high stat requirements with 4900 craftsmanship, 4700 control, but it actually relatively low CP that you need. And it is also a 1-button macro. I figured that there are some people that are already prepped up for 7.05 like I am, and so they probably have some higher stats. So if you want to find that, just check in the bottom left at the high stat macro sheet. I still also have the anybody macro sheet on there as well. And now if you noticed, I do have a breakdown of how much gil you can earn per script with the materia as well. For the purple scripts, you could buy the level 11 crafting materias. And as you can see, the price for the command 11 on my server is about 20,000. And that means I can earn 80 gil per script spent at the 250 cost, which means that collectibles are actually profitable to craft right now if you were to buy all of your materials off the market even. And down for the orange scripts, you'll see as well, you can get the level 12 crafting materials, and pretty much every single one of those is really good profit right now. Again, make sure you update these prices to your servers though, and double check because these prices have been fluctuating a lot. I hope all of that makes sense, and if you have any questions or if you caught anything that I've done incorrectly on this, please let me know down in the comments section. I know that this is a little confusing to look at. It's probably not the most organized spreadsheet that I've ever made, but I wanted to get it out there for people on this last weekend before this patch hits. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give it a like as it really helps me out. Thank you for watching and good luck crafting.